The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That stop made by Jack Campbell. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cedric Tillman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Play action. Stafford. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
After the interception, here's Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. That would almost intercept it. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The Lions at 6 and 10 on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He did it. The hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Slot man moves right. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them. Yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
2nd and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The loss to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Stafford.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
From the end zone, Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles. Getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Gibbs on the toss left. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 88 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Rams offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Play action. It's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Goff. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Goff on 1st down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense is not just
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, Louis.
Got his man, complete. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A give right side for Gibbs. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Goff. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Running for it, Montgomery. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Russell. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. throwing on first down. Russell, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.